confirms that there are additional amounts, of course, on the ledger, but we're only seeking rent as the court is able to grant. So for that, we're asking the court for possession, past due rent, attorney's fees, cost of court, and interest.
Counsel, what is the rent per month?
$940, Your Honor.
Is there any government housing applicable here?
No, there is not.
Did the tenants provide a CDC declaration?
They did not.
Very good. And how much are you seeking in attorney's fees?
$700, Your Honor.
You want to testify to that,
Yes, sir.
please?
Your Honor, my name is Kimberly Sims. I'm an attorney licensed in the state of Texas. I've been licensed since 2004. I regularly practice landlord-tenant, and I regularly practice that in Tarrant County. In this case, I received the notice to vacate, the lease, and the ledger. I reviewed those documents. I prepared the eviction petition in this case. I confirmed compliance with the CARES Act and the status of the CDC statute and filed those documents with the court. I prepared the exhibits and have attended trial today. My usual hourly rate is $340 an hour, but in landlord-tenant matters, I reduce it to $300 an hour. In this case, I spent approximately 3 hours, including the trial today. And so we're asking, based on the factors provided by the Texas Supreme Court and my experience in Tarrant County as a landlord-tenant lawyer, that plaintiff be awarded a reasonable and necessary attorney fee in the amount of $700.
Very good. Judgment by default for possession, past due rent in the amount of $1,728.39 and all costs of court, and attorney's fees in the amount of $700. Counsel, you have anything further?
No, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You may be excused. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Next case is Miguel Martinez versus Brisa. I don't want to butcher the last name. Is it Cows? I don't know. Somebody help me out with that. Is the is Brisa? I have Brisa is checked in. Is Brisa here? Okay. Brisa and Miguel Martinez. Are you here? Miguel Martinez. Okay. Mrs. Brisa, how do you pronounce your last name?
Calzoncito.
Okay, that's a very beautiful name, and I apologize that this Texas tongue won't allow me to say that properly, okay?
It's okay, I get that a lot.
All right, Mr. Martinez is not here, therefore this case is dismissed for lack of warrant of prosecution. You're free to go, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. No, que no.
Okay, Maria, next case is Maria E. Garcia and Jose Garcia versus Angela Stowe and all occupants. Are the Garcias here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. You may begin with your presentation.
Okay. Miss Angela on us for February rent and March.
Okay.
And we gave her the 3 days notice. And right now, the February amount is 800, and for March is 26 days, so it's 693 with 42 cents. So the total will be 1,493 with 42 cents.
Okay. And then I did see your notice to vacate in the file, which is good. And is she on any government assistance? You know, does the government pay you to permit her to stay there?
No, sir.
Did she give you what a CDC declaration form?
No.
Very good. After everything I've heard, judgment in favor of the plaintiff by default for possession, past due rent in the amount of $1,493.42 and all cost of court. Ma'am, can you remind me what the rent is per month?
$800.
$800. Very good. Okay, the process moving forward, I think you're aware, she has 6 days to appeal. If she doesn't appeal, you can come get your writ of possession in a week. Any questions of me?
No.
Y'all may be excused. Have a great one.
You too. Thank you.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, the remaining cases are contested. I need everyone to raise their right hand. Just say, I do. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Very good. First contested case that I have is Hyman Valtierra versus Dora Serrano and all occupants. Is Jaime here?
Yes, sir, we are.
Okay, Jaime is
Aquí
here.
estamos.
And then Dora, are you here?
I'm an occupant.
Dora Serrano?
Yeah, we're here.
Is she with you?
No, she moved out.
Oh, she moved out.
Yeah, she moved out.
Okay, so are you on the lease or are you just an
No.
occupant that's there?
I'm not on the lease. I'm just occupant. Stay here.
You're an occupant. Okay.
I moved in with her.
You moved in with her, but she's already gone.
Yeah, she left. She left with no, without even telling me nothing. And she just up and left and just took off. I don't know why.
Okay. All right. Let me bounce over here to Jaime and Lucia. Go ahead and begin with your testimony.
So,
Well, like you hear that he don't live there. His mom got the lease,
yeah,
but she gave us the apartment like month ago because she don't want him there. She trying to take him away, but he doesn't want it. He want to stay. So, and we don't want him because he's a problem there with the neighbors next door. They always complaining about him because he got a friend sometime in the week and through the weekend drinking there and pissing in front and all kind of things compliance there.
Okay.
in the contract, they don't,
He don't live there.
he don't live there, only Cecilia and Dora
Dora and
Serrano.
Cecilia.
And
Serrano.
Okay.
and I have the contract right here.
All right. A couple of things. Apparently, according to this gentleman, Dora's already gone. Did Dora give you the key? Dora?
No,
No, she didn't give you the key. And
No.
then you're saying that she still owes you $800, $820.
yes,
Okay. Is that up to the present day?
No, to the present day is 1,080.
I tried to pay. I sent the text message.
Wait. Let me get you to hold on. You'll have an opportunity to talk just as soon as I finish up, okay? All right. And did y'all give a notice to vacate? Dio noticia para salir?
Yes, sir. See,
sí,
Did y'all file that with the court?
yes.
You provided that on the 5th day of March?
Mhm.
And I presume there's no government housing applicable here. The
No,
government doesn't pay you to permit her to stay there. Yeah, okay.
No.
All right. Is there anything else y'all wish to tell me? Algo más?
no, pues solamente que no lo queremos, ni a que nos pague renta, no lo queremos ahí a él, porque es mucho problema con los vecinos.
Okay. All right. Sir, what is your name?
I'm Jerry Serrano.
Okay, so you're Dora's son.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So you've heard the plaintiffs. I'm ready to accept your testimony now. What's going on?
Well, back in like a year ago, I was the first one that moved here, right, by myself. And then my mom came in, and I moved out. She took over, and then now I went back over. I came back in here with her. Well, now I don't know. She just all of a sudden started making all these problems and all this and that. And the drinking part, that's her. That's on her. That's not on me because I don't drink. She's the one that drinks, and the fighting that's still on her because when she gets drunk, she comes up to us, starts making problems with us. Gets the laws out here. That's all hers. They're just trying to reverse it on me. But I didn't even know that she didn't pay the rent because I was just give my half to her, and she would pay the bills and the rent and all that. But she just but just up and left out of nowhere. They didn't even tell me nothing. They didn't even get a heads up or nothing. And then I call the landlord. I send him a text message telling him that I had the rent money because I didn't know she was moving out, but she moved out. And I text her, and I told with the text, and I told him, hey, I got the rent money. I'm just gonna need a little more time to move out because I didn't even know nothing about this. And she never responded, never nothing. I was trying to just give him some money, so give me a little more time to move out because I didn't even know nothing. She just, like I said, she just up and left out of nowhere. came home from work one day and everything was gone. So
Okay. But you never got with the landlords to amend the lease or to add you to the lease or anything like that?
they would never respond to me. I would talk to them, but they would never respond to me. I mean,
Okay.
I sent you a copy of the screenshots of me trying to get a hold of them. They never replied.
Okay. Well, in their eyes, their deal was with Mr. Serrano and not you. You're just an occupant there. She up and left. However, she didn't provide the key back to them. So in the eyes of the law, she's basically still a tenant there until she gives them the key back. And that's the way we look at matters. So after everything I've heard, judgment in favor of the plaintiff for possession, past due rent in the amount of $1,080 plus all cost of court. Mr. or Mrs. Plaintiff, remind me again what the rent was per month?
$820.
$820. All right, Mr. Sedano, the process moving forward is that Dora Sedano has the right to appeal. If she doesn't appeal or reach a new agreement, then the plaintiffs have the right to come get a writ of possession to forcibly remove you out in a week. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Very good. All right. Any questions from the plaintiff? Preguntas? No. Okay.
No.
All right. Está bien. You all can go ahead and leave the call if you'd like, or if you want to watch the other case, you may do so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
you're welcome. All right. Next case is, I believe this is pronounced Moguls Nathan versus Aaron Christopher Gebhardt.
Sure.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello there. All right. Mr. Nathan, you may begin when you're ready.
Yes, sir. They didn't pay rent for start from March 7, and I give to notes has to pay on March 7. They didn't pay. I give to them the same day and notes if didn't pay next 3 days they have to move out. In the notes I send the notes, email notes, okay, on March 7, and the rent is $750 a month, and until now is should be they own $500, but
Okay.
every month is a hard time to get the rent for them. And also I have a problem with the safety with all the tenants around, because this is like units around them, 5 units. So every day, every night they fight, they bring the police, and the safety is not really good with the tenant. I got a call from yesterday, not 2 days ago, and they told me they one tenant around, they said I got a problem. I'm not feeling safety, my life safety with this area, with next door, because they fight all the time. And you will see if I can provide this is pictures for the units. This is 3 units, 3 windows. Okay.
Just hold it up close to the camera, and that way I can get a good look at that. All right, and go ahead and describe what I'm looking at.
Yes, this is all I have. This unit has 3 windows. Okay, all windows like this broken. Okay, every day fight and see. I can imagine like this picture, like this unit like this. Okay, this is window every day broke window. Okay, and safety was. I have a witness with all the tenants around. They don't feeling safe on this units, and they didn't pay rent and damage on this unit, sir.
Okay, very good. But so just to make sure that the court is clear, rent per month is $750, and you're stating that they are $500 behind.
Yes, as of today.
As of today. Okay, let's make sure. And I did see your notice to vacate, And it just sounds like there's no government housing applicable here.
No,
Okay.
no, Judge.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Let me come over here to Aaron Christopher Gebhardt. You've heard the plaintiff. Do you agree or disagree that you're $500 in arrears?
We agree.
Yes, sir.
You agree. Is there anything else you wish to share with me?
I have the documents that you were speaking of, the act from the CDC. I have that downloaded. I didn't know that I had to send it to you or where to send it to. Our information is very limited here, what we got from the constable. So I was just trying to send it to you if I can at this point, if you can tell me where to send it to.
Okay, the respondents have indicated that they are prepared to file a CDC declaration. If you don't mind, get that to me. I'm putting my email in the chat. So you
Okay.
can email me that, or
Okay.
you can drop it by the court at 350 West Belknap. We are downtown next door to TCC Trinity River Campus. Make a couple of copies of that, make sure that Mr. Nathan gets a copy of that, and that that we get a copy as well. Okay, so the intent has been made to file a CDC declaration. The court will hit the pause button on this case. And I will let you know that the CDC declaration basically abates the case until the 31st of this month, which is just a few days from now. There's been no movement from the White House or the administration about extending that any further, but that's what we know, that it's at least abated to. Mr. Nathan, as the plaintiff in this case, you have the right to contest the CDC declaration. Would you like to contest the CDC declaration? Very good. The court will make a note. You do not want to contest it.
Yeah, like I need them move out.
I understand, but we have a federal statute that says, hey, we filed a CDC declaration. The case is abated. It's the pause button is hit. It stays the case. And so there's nothing I can do to prevent that from happening. All right. I want you to understand that. And it's crystal clear. Google the CDC declaration, look online, do your own independent verification, but this court is required to follow what the feds and the state has indicated through the Texas Supreme Court of Texas. Okay, now let me ask you again, Mr. Nathan, do you wish to contest the CDC declaration? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, very good. This case has been abated until March the 31st. And after which time, if it's extended, it'll be extended until it lifts. Otherwise, then if it's not, then we'll put it on the docket for some time after the 31st of March. Any questions from either side?
No, thank you. Just I just send that one document to you, and I should send any other assistance programs that I've tried to.
Because we.
Yes, send it to me. Make sure Mr. Nathan gets a copy of that, and then you mentioned assistance programs. Let me ask Mr. Nathan, do you wish to participate in the Texas Eviction Diversion Program?
I mean, we'll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sir, no, Judge. I just wanted to move out.
I completely understand your position. We have a verbal from the plaintiff that he does not want to take part. Therefore, let me just advise Mr. Gebhardt, contact the Fort Worth neighborhood office. They're administering CARES dollars. You can qualify for some funding there. There's the Texas Rental Relief Program. There's also the Fort Worth Community Action Partners. They offer some rental and utility assistance, I believe, and also some food. So seek them out. All right, parties may be excused. Thank you so much. This case is abated until 3/31/2021. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank
you.
Mhm. Okay, next case is Michael W. Kuski versus Marcus Monterey Rains. I have a phone number here, but it looks like you were able to make the call, Mr. Cooksey. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, sir. It's Cooksey.
Cooksey. Okay. All right. I do not have Mr. Marcus Monterey Rains on the call. And apologize, I thought I was going to call you, and otherwise I would have heard this case earlier during the non-contested section. So, all right, we will treat this as a default. Mr. Cooksey, you may begin when you're ready.
I'm Michael Cooksey with Superior Housing Properties. On Mr. Raines, I haven't received rent since November 2020 and worked with him over the last few months, constantly made promises to pay rent. And I did forward those emails to the court. None of those promises were kept, and gave 30-day notices. And, he did go back to work, and, in January, and here it is March, and, never received anything. And actually on the 27th of February, his wife called me, or fiance, and said that they were breaking up. She was moving, and she was moving out that weekend.
Gotcha.
So I did send letters to the court of the neighbors witnessing their move out. He did tell me he was moving to Arizona. According to him, he was already in Arizona that day, but his fiance told me he didn't leave for 2 days later. And they basically left the key in the mailbox. And he's not, he has not been answering the phone. He's a tenant. He has not been answering the phone. And the last communication I had with him was, I think that was in February, beginning of first week of March. He promised to pay $3,500. I sent him wiring information, and obviously didn't get a penny.
Okay. What does he owe you to the present day? No late fees.
Oh, no late fees, $6,250.
And I saw where you gave him multiple notices.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just trying to work with him.
Sure. And remind me what the rent was per month?
$1,250, sir.
$1,250. Okay. Judgment by default for possession, past due rent in the amount of $62.50 and all costs of court. Do you have any questions of the court, Mr. Cooksey?
I filed a bond for immediate possession. How do I
Yes.
go about?
You just come up to the court and come get your writ of possession.
So I can do that today?
Yes. Yes. If they do not appear, then you're entitled to the writ, an immediate writ of possession. So
And-
contact Lisette Arizmendi in our court, and she will walk you through that process.
And the second question, and it may be more appropriate with Ms. Lisette, the process of getting the bond refunded. Do I take care of that with Lisette as well?
Well, you put up a surety, so I mean, you didn't. Yeah, just visit with Lisette. And she'll walk you through that particular process.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
we're live on YouTube, and I just want to stick with the cases. Okay.
I totally understand, Judge.
Okay, very good. Thank
So
you. Have a good day.
I can come up there as soon as I can get to the court and get the writ.
Absolutely. We're closed typically from 12 to 1 for lunch. Okay.
Thank you for that.
We stop all financial transactions at 4 o'clock. So just
Okay.
make sure you come in. Yeah, call Miss Lisette, and she'll walk you through it.
Thank you for your time, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Nathan, you're back. All right, you have a question.
Yes, Judge. I have a question about it. You asked me for contest the CD correction. I don't understand well this what does mean.
Well,
I have my son. My son here. Can he come? Can he help me?
yeah,
to
of course,
understand?
of course. Yeah, I'll permit that.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Good.
Hello there, young man. What's your name? Young man, what's your name?
Miguel Nathan.
Miguel. Okay. Mr. Nathan, thank you for coming and helping your dad. I want him to fully understand that the tenants in this rental property that he owns have filed what's known as a CDC declaration. That's through the Center for Disease Control. They did this to further mitigate the spread of the COVID-19, which basically says that they have they've been victims of the pandemic, have suffered some hardships, and they have essentially filed or have expressed intent and will soon file with the court and with Mr. Nathan. And once one of those has been filed, the case is essentially abated through the time frame of March 31st. That was created, gosh, I want to say, I think when President Trump was still in office, obviously maintained through President Biden. There's been no real decision as to whether or not the moratorium will be extended beyond March the 31st, but that's what has happened in this particular case here today. With the CDC declaration, there are certain things that the tenants are required to check off on and swear to, basically saying that they will only make a certain amount of money, that they made partial payments, and that they're exploring government assistance to pay for the rent. The plaintiff, your dad, is entitled to contest the CDC declaration, meaning he can scrutinize the document, ask him questions about it. Initially, he said no, but I think he's now kind of revisiting that. And so when it has solicited your help, I guess, to help him talk through the process. You want to take a minute to explain that to him?
Yeah, actually, I already did explain it to him. He actually wasn't aware of what no contest means at all. He wasn't aware that what it meant exactly, and he wasn't aware that basically what it means, language barriers, like the language barriers. He wasn't aware of it. So the CDC, you said declaration. Basically, it's basically to provide. It's basically preventing them from leaving their homes, right, during COVID, correct? Yeah, we'll definitely contest it, but is there no way to do any sort of recall due to his misunderstanding of what like no contest is?
No, once they file it, we have no other option but to abate the case. Essentially, it hits the pause button, okay? So no decision has been made on the eviction because the pause button's been hit, and we can only wait until after the 31st of March, after the time period expires. If you wish, okay, you've indicated now that he wishes to contest the CDC declaration. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Then we will set this up for a new hearing. We won't do this today. And I set that up on a separate docket. So we'll have a CDC contest hearing sometime in the near future, typically about a week when we set these out. Okay. Any other questions or concerns?
It's an answer. Just one thing. Are there any exceptions to like whenever the CDC declaration can be voided or anything? Or nothing?
No.
Okay.
All you have the right to do is to contest it and to scrutinize the document. They have indicated that they will get you a copy of that. They've indicated they'll bring one to the court. And so I'm going to take them at their word. And so once you get that, you can just review it and then just formulate your own plan for the hearing that'll be held in the future. Okay. Any other questions or concerns? Go ahead and repeat your question because I didn't get the, you cut out initially in the beginning. Repeat.
I can come to the office in a court to file contest for this what I did wrong.
CDC declaration, does he have to vote?
Does he have to come here to formally request it?
Yes.
Yes. No. Your verbal, statement to me is good enough to advise the court that you wish to contest it, and we will put this on a new docket. Okay. For some reason, you're cutting out again. Can you go ahead and repeat?
In the court, file contest like yes for recall, Like I don't.
Young man, can you go ahead and because
Yeah,
he's cutting
basically what
out.
he's saying, he's just making, he's just restating the question, but yes, or I mean, no, he doesn't have to actually
That's right.
come to
He
you.
doesn't have to come up here. You're telling me, hey, Judge, I want to contest it. Well, we're going to provide you an opportunity to contest that document, but it's going to be put up on the new court date, and our office will be in contact with you to provide you with that date. I don't have it just yet. We're going to have to obviously find room on the calendar to add this hearing to the docket. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Right. Very good. Parties are excused. Thank you so much. Okay. Well, for some reason, when he's speaking, I'm not getting anything, but when you speak,
So is this would be the hearing? It would be a long time. It takes longer times than hearing. The hearing time.
the hearing,
hearing.
We typically set these out about a week. But again, it's just finding room and time on the docket to actually hear it. But believe me, you're not the only one that wishes to contest. We have others, and we typically set them up on one docket.
All right.
You know, where you're looking at a week, maybe a little over a week, but it shouldn't be more than that. Okay.
Thanks so much.
All right. If you have any other questions, just give us a call here at the court. Okay.
Thank
Good
you.
luck and
Thank you.
thank you.